Hi boys and girls, we've just completed week 3 of history for this term where we are exploring the inquiry question, how and why do we choose to remember significant events from the past? And in the first 2 weeks we've spoken about um, how we or how artists choose to remember events that happened to them. And that's kind of easy to recall because if you think about it, significant events that have happened to you are still in your memory usually. So it's quite easy to write about them, to put them into a song, to make a poem about them. It might be difficult to write a really good song about it, but it's easy to kind of recall and tell someone about it. But this week we talked about events that we choose to remember that we didn't experience. So things like Anzac Day, Australia Day, we're choosing to remember the day that Captain Cook came to Australia. These are events that did not happen to us. We were not alive when they happened. But we still choose to remember them. And the question that was asked this week was, how do we remember them when they didn't happen to us? And we came to the conclusion that traditions help us. And tradition comes from the Latin word. This is the etymology of the word, so where the word has come from. And the word tradition comes from the Latin word traditionem, which means to hand down. So that helps us understand what the word tradition means. So tradition is something that's handed down by cultures over generations. So we use traditions like playing the last post on Anzac Day. We use these traditions to help us remember these significant events. So the question still remains though, because we know how we remember these events, but the question remains why. So why do we choose to remember events that didn't happen to us? I'm interested to know what you think about that question. Why do we choose to remember events that didn't happen to us? What value does that bring to remember them? Have a think, and I'm interested to know what your thoughts are.